Hey folks, Mr. Dell here. We are looking at a problem that's going to have us find the area of a couple common shapes here. One being a parallelogram, the other one being a triangle. So I'm pulling this from CPM's course 2, and this is from section 5.2.1, specifically problem number 5-32. So it says, find the area of each figure below. Well, this is a parallelogram, right? It's a parallelogram. Why do we know it's a parallelogram? Because, well, first of all, the corners are not 90 degrees, and we notice that each of the opposite sides are equal. So there's 18 inches here, 18 inches here, 27 inches here, 27 inches here, and so this is a parallelogram. So each side is parallel and they're equal in length. So how do you find the area? So basically, area of a parallelogram. Okay, I'll write it. Okay, so area of a parallelogram is equal to always the base times the height. Okay, base times the height. So it's the base times the height. Okay, it's kind of like length and width with a rectangle, but length and width is specific to dimensions of a rectangle. So this we call base and height. But height, right? Your height always has to be from the top to the bottom at a 90 degrees. So my height is not 18. 18 is not the height because that's at a slant. Height always is measured at a 90 degree, right? If you were thinking about how tall you were, okay, so if you're measuring yourself and how tall, long legs there, how tall you are, right? You're going to stand as straight as can be, and you're going to make sure you're standing at a 90-degree angle to the ground, right? That's how tall that you're going to measure your height. So same thing. Height here is in this case 17, and the base is where the height meets. The base is where that height meets, and that is 27. So for my area for this problem, I would basically need to take 17 times 27 and do the math on that to come up with my answer. And so 17 times 27 is 459. So 459, and it's inches. So we would say inches squared. So we always use square units for area. For B, this is a triangle. So area of a triangle, the formula for area of a triangle is taking again, base and height. So I'll write it out. Base times height, okay, is the start, but this time we take that base times height and then we divide it by 2. Okay? Because if you think about what I have here, if I were to take this triangle and duplicate it and paste it on itself, right? If I put another triangle right here, like I'll just draw it so you see it. If I were to draw that same triangle, right, and reflect it across that there, you notice it's a parallelogram, right? And so I would need to know the height of that parallelogram, and then I could take that and multiply it by its base, and that would give me the whole thing. But I only want half. So it's only half of that. So in this case, it would be half of the base times height. So again, base and height have to be met with a 90-degree angle. So there's my 90. So this would be the height, and this would be the base that I would use to find my area. Abbreviation for this, a lot of times you'll see is BH over 2, base times height divided by 2. So here's my area, and here's the math behind this one. So I'm going to say 9, because that's my height, times my base is 20.5075, 20 and 75 100ths, and then multiply those and then divide by 2. All right. So I'm going to multiply those and then divide by 2. And so when you do that, you get 93.375. Okay, so 93.375 is the area in this case again. Now we have units of meters, so we'd say meters squared. So there's my answer for B. Okay, there you go.